Hey guys, thank you for subscribing to Catch This Realness with Star Manicurist. If you're interested in learning a little bit more about self-love versus self-care, keep watching. So, many of you haven't been on the whole time, but I'm gonna turn this music down. So, good morning, everybody. Grand Rising, love and light, peace and blessings. I don't know if a lot of you understand how powerful it is to just be silent. And especially in the morning time, I don't think a lot of us recognize that we go through life constantly exerting all of our chakras within our body, from our root chakra to our heart chakra, to just, talking and using so much of our energy throughout the day that when you sit back and think about it, most of us are never silent. We never take the time to just be quiet, to just reflect, to just give thanks, to give praise, to, listen to music without words, to just allow ourselves to just have peace. Good morning, District Diamond, Grand Rising, and I appreciate you as well. It's so important, guys, for us to find solitude. Life is crazy. And through the midst of everything that we go through on a day-to-day basis, from our families to our jobs to our dreams and our goals to us just wanting to just be, the best version of ourselves, there are times where you just have to go silent. When I meditate in the morning time, I like to just give thanks. I like to just say thank you. So as I'm sitting here with you guys, burning my Palo Santo stick, I'm just telling my God, Buddha, Allah, the universe, whomever it is that you believe in, thank you. Thank you for the love that you placed in my heart. Thank you for waking me up this morning. Thank you for giving me peace. Thank you for allowing me to recognize that I need you. Thank you for helping me make it through the night. Thank you for my family, my friends. Thank you for all the opportunities that you have, awaiting me. Thank you for allowing me to rise to my higher self. That's what life is about. Life is about evolution and rising and becoming a better version of who you were yesterday. So in order to do that, it's an essential part of that journey is to say thank you and to give gratitude and to find beauty in the little things, the small things, the things that most people ignore. Just watching the sunrise. It's a little foggy this morning, but if any of you guys were on with me yesterday, you literally watched me sit here in the dark and the sun just literally came out. But today it's a little foggy, but nonetheless, the energy was felt, I think that a lot of us are not in touch with ourselves. A lot of us don't even know who we are and what we were created to do. And the only way that you're going to be able to find who you are and why you were created and what is your purpose on this earth is by you going silent. A lot of y'all listen to music all day long with words, and just know that those words vibrate through your spirit, through your soul. You start to respond and react to what you listen to. I know a lot of people don't want to believe that, but it's true. It is very true. Just like what you watch on TV, you start to respond and react to those energies as well. So be mindful. Live in a space of mindfulness. Give gratitude every day. There is no space or place where you have to go to give gratitude. Gratitude is in your heart. So you could be sitting in your car. You could be sitting in the bed next to that person that you're trying to get rid of and be praying them right up out of your space. Trust me, I did it. Know that you're powerful. Know that you have purpose. Know that passion and love run through your blood. Know that it's just going to take you doing the work in order for you to find that version of yourself that's just sitting right over there. It's just waiting for you to pick it up. It's just waiting for you to pick it up. So wake up in the morning with a mindset of change, a mindset of love, a mindset of, happiness, a mindset that you're going to have a great day, because your day is whatever you say your day is going to be. You got to remember, and I know if you follow me, you hear me say the same thing over and over again. And listen, I believe in saying the same thing over and over again, especially if it makes sense. Your thoughts create your reality. Remember that. As a man thinketh, so is he. So whatever you think about is what you are bringing into your life. If you think negative, negativity is going to show up. The universe doesn't know what you want. It only knows what you think and what you speak. So your words are powerful. Your tongue is powerful. What you speak about yourself is what shows up in your life. It shows up every time. You wonder, why did that happen? How did this happen? You summons it. You summons it into your life. As a man speaketh. So if you looking for change, be that change. Be the change that you need. Be the change that you need to think, being mindful of your thoughts. That's why meditation is so powerful, because meditation can help you with your anxiety. Meditation can help you with those negative words of affirmation that you speak to yourself on a daily basis. If you're not waking up and speaking positive to yourself, then you are actually the bondage that you project in your life. You are that. You are projecting it on yourself. You put yourself in that cage. You put that self in that space where you can't grow and where you can't multiply and become more, because you don't believe that you can. And when you see other people walking around being successful and getting that dream job and getting that life that they desire, it's because there's a difference between you and that person. There's a big difference between you and that person. When you see people living out their dreams, when somebody tells you, girl, I'm telling you, I'm about to blow up. I'm about to get it. I tell you, my life is about to change. And you looking at them like, well, how you going to do it? Because they believe it. It's not about what they're going to do. It's about what they believe. You don't believe that you deserve your dreams. You don't believe that you deserve your goals. You don't believe that you could have this life that you so desire. You believe that you don't deserve it. You believe that it's hard. You believe that you can't. See, those are the words that you're speaking to yourself, and that's why you can't. So change the way that you think. Change the way that you speak. Change the company around you. That matters too. Who you hanging out with? Do you have positive people around you? That's a big deal. So I suggest today that you take some time out to just be silent. No words. Silence is so powerful. I used to listen. It is hard sitting in silence, especially a person like me, y'all. I am constantly running my mouth. I'm constantly on the go. I'm constantly in my car. I'm constantly moving. I'm constantly doing something. So sitting here, like yesterday I did it for 30 minutes. Today we did, I think, a good 10, 12 minutes. And I will say that I was a little distracted because my phone kept going dark. So, you got to put yourself in a space where there are no distractions. Because a person like me, I get distracted very easy. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm easily distracted from things. So being able to find power in meditating, to find power in sitting and not talking and not in silencing my mind and just going over and over in my mind. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I am love. I am light. Thank you. I am positive. I am helping someone else. I am elevating. I am growing. I am watering my seeds. I am everything that you want me to be. You are guiding me. You are protecting me. You are my hedge. You are illuminating my path. You are my guide in the dark. Who doesn't need a guide in the dark? Who doesn't need love? Who doesn't need light? Who doesn't need positivity? Who is not, which one of y'all are not seeking abundance? Who doesn't want to be a powerful force in this universe? Who's looking to leave a legacy? If you're not thinking about the legacy that you're leaving, what are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? If you're not thinking about the legacy that you're going to leave on this earth, what are you thinking about? I need you to go rethink your life. I need you to go rethink your life. You need to be asking God every day. And I say God because that's what I believe. Your God, your Buddha, your universe, the power within you. If you don't believe in something, I need you to find something to believe in. Because if you don't believe in something, that means that you out here falling for anything. You just out here in the dark, in this wilderness. Do you understand what's happening out here? Do you understand that there are so many demonic energies and powerful forces that come against you on a day-to-day basis, that are looking for you to be weak, that is looking for that weak area in your life where it can tell you, no, baby, you can't make it. You don't have the power. You so ugly. You're fat. You don't got it. Look at her over there. Look at her. She has it all. You have nothing. You're weak. You're weak. That's what that out there wants you to believe. But when you build up that power within yourself, nobody can tell you anything about self because you're empowering yourself. When you look for other people to empower you, the moment they let you down, it's over. You got to rebuke that negativity. Yes, baby, in the blood of Jesus. You have to be your own powerful source. When I became my powerful source, let me tell you something. I grew in ways that I never knew I could grow in. Y'all, I'm sitting here with y'all with a bald head. I never thought that I could do that and feel confident about myself. I feel so much more confident with no hair than I feel with hair. I'm so elated when it's time for me to go to the barbershop and shave my hair off. I could care less what any man thinks about me. If you ain't into bald chicks, you got a problem. Because the power within me is not about my looks. It's not. And I had to learn that. I'm so powerful within. The power that is inside my soul, that is in my heart, the love that is just resonating through my spirit. I wouldn't change it for anything. I wouldn't change any of the experiences that I've gone through in life because they grew me, they molded me, they made me into the woman that I am today. Let me tell y'all something. One of the most powerful things that you can obtain in life is confidence. You hear me? You have to build up your confidence. Because when you have confidence, you are able to go through any storm, believing in yourself. You got to believe in you. You can't wait for nobody to come and save you. They're not coming. They're not coming. You are your savior, you and your God. So waking up in the morning time and doing my meditation is like seamless to me. I don't get out the bed without saying thank you. Before my feet touch the ground, I've already spoken. Thank you. Thank you for waking me up this morning. Thank you for giving me love in my heart. Thank you for empowering me. Thank you for allowing me to see the blessings in the lessons. You hear me, y'all? Do you understand that every lesson in your life, every heartache, every pain, every mishap is all a lesson? They're all lessons. They're all lessons. They're all lessons. They're all lessons. Some of them are so bad that they make you want to give up. But that can't be a part of your vocabulary. You can't give up. Because if you give up, you're never going to see the other side. Don't you know when you're a kid and your mom says, oh my God, it's raining. And then the rainbow comes out. The rainbow starts to appear. Because after the dark comes the light. The only thing that can overshadow the darkness is the light. So be the light. Be your own light. Be your light in the dark. Be your light. Light a candle. Find peace within your spirit. You have to have light in your life, guys. The light is important. So I'm so happy for all of you guys that were able to come on with me when I first started and was able to sit through the silence. It is very empowering to go mute, to say nothing. You know, I remember growing up, my mom would always say, the most powerful thing that you can do is say nothing. That has been a challenge for me in life, because I can remember being the one that every time you say something to me, I got to say something back. I gotta, for everything. But learning, and when I say learning, I'm saying right now, I'm learning to control my tongue, can control my mind, to control my heart, to control my spirit, to control my actions, to control my reactions, to control my responses. That is a powerful space to be in. That is powerful, guys. So I ask that you today take your power back. Take your power back. And if you feel like you've never had your power, I need you to learn how to gain your power. One of the ways that I started to gain my power was by journaling. You know, writing is a very powerful source of healing. You know, when I began to journal, it helped me to go back and read my thoughts. And at times I would read things that I wrote and say, oh my God, is that how I actually feel about myself? Is that how I feel about my life? Is that how I feel about my decisions? And you start to realize that when you journal, you're empowering yourself, you're healing yourself. You're able to go back and read the areas of yourself that are hurt, that are broken, that need love, that need healing. And if you're not healing, you're not growing. Remember that. If you're not healing, you're not growing. Look at yourself as a flower. I got my crystal, y'all. This is my rose quartz. I'm surrounded by crystals this morning, as usual. Think of yourself as a flower. Now, y'all know I'm on a staycation, right? So I'm not home. I checked out of my house and checked into a hotel for the next few days to reset, renew, and revive everything within me so that I can be a better version of myself for the people around me. I'm strong enough and wise enough to know when I've had enough. I'm wise enough and strong enough to know when I need to remove myself from everyone else to just clear my mind, clear my thoughts. I'm not really answering my phone right now. Nothing's wrong. I'm good. I just know when I need to take care of me. And a lot of you guys don't know when to take care of you. So you constantly taking care of everybody else. And when you don't take care of yourself, you're no good for anybody else. Like, remember what they tell you when they get on the plane. You've heard me say it before. Put your mask on first. Because if you're not taking care of you, you are basket case. Like, nobody even wants your help because it's not done in love. It's done in, this is what you feel like you're supposed to do. Personally, I don't feel like I'm supposed to do anything but take care of me. You know, I'm a mother, but an unhealthy mother cannot raise healthy children. Remember that, sis. So when you running around that kitchen cooking that breakfast that you didn't want to cook, and you burnt them eggs and you burnt that bacon and them biscuits is nasty, and them kids is looking at you like, why you even cook? You didn't want to cook. So why did you cook? Take care of yourself, sis. You cannot raise healthy children being an unhealthy version of yourself. If you don't want to cook, let them eat cereal. There's nothing wrong with a little bit of cereal and milk. But you feel like you got to serve them every single day without serving yourself. I am not that mother. I never was that mother. I am going to take care of me so that I can be a positive vessel for my children. That is very, very important, ladies. A lot of y'all probably don't even understand what I'm saying because you're so deep in this mindset of taking care of everybody else. It's not healthy. It's not. You got to take care of yourself first. But I was saying something. I was talking about you watering your own seed. Yeah, I ain't that mother. I'm not her. And you could think what you want to think. If you are that mother and you running around burning bacon and burning eggs and slapping kids around the house because you irritated and angry, you need to look at yourself and say, you are that mother. You're the mother that wants to take care of everybody else, but you ain't thought about yourself. You ain't combed your hair. You ain't had a pedicure in about 7 months. Your feet is dry. Your heels got blisters on the back. Your fingernail cuticles is dry. You ain't got a new bra, no new panties. You walking around with panties with holes in them. You got holes in your bras. Lady, I need you to go and take a Marshall's run. I need you to take a quick Marshall's run. I need you to go in Marshall's, and I say Marshall's because Marshall's is fine. It's perfect. I am a Marshall's fanatic. Get yourself in Marshall's and get you a new bra set. Go get you a beautiful robe. Yeah, I'm constantly buying things to make me feel good. Like this robe I have on right now, I feel beautiful. I feel beautiful. I feel strong. I feel empowered. And as a woman, as a goddess, we should always feel that way. You are a goddess. You hear me? You are Mother Earth. And if you are not mothering the earth, which is yourself, you are not doing any justice for anybody around you. But back to what I was saying, because as I told y'all before, sis can get easily distracted. I brought my flowers with me. I brought my flowers. Y'all know I had to pull some of these flowers from home to bring to the hotel with me because anywhere I go in life, I'm going to make the space my space. I got the Lysol. I got the Lysol. But look at yourself as these flowers, guys. If I was to take these flowers out of this water, you can put it right here. If I take these flowers out of the water, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? You know what's going to happen. They're going to die. They are going to die. These beautiful, y'all better smell your flowers while you can. These beautiful yellow roses are going to die if I don't water them. Now, you know that they drink the water. They absorb the water because what happens one day I come into the area where they are and there's no more water, right? Are you watering your flower? That's my question. You are the flower. Are you watering your flower? Are you watering your seed? I know a lot of y'all became plant moms throughout the quarantine. And now my question to you is, are you watering your seed? Are you fertilizing you? Most of y'all are not. You're not. You're going in circles. You're going in circles because you won't let go. You won't let go of the mindset that was written on you as a little girl. So just remember that we were all born as, a clear canvas. And then people started to write on us and tell us who we are and what we should do and who we should date and what job we should get. And you better boom, 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 boom because you came from this family and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I was the rebel. I ain't like you, or you. I don't want to work for the government. I don't want to do what you do. I don't want to do what you do. I'm going to do me. And the moment that you begin to do you is when you evolve. I need you guys to start watering your seed. Bring the passion back in your life. And if you haven't never had it, I need you to find it. I need you to find it. Go for a walk and get silent and begin to love yourself. Begin to speak positive words of affirmation to yourself. Begin to journal. There's nothing wrong with walking into the dollar store and getting you a notebook and beginning to write. Get you some compassion cards, guys. I bought these cards the other day. I'm constantly just buying things that are positive. These are compassion cards. And when you open this up, it's just talking about just positive things, like telling you words that makes you feel good. It's like, having compassion is everything. What does this one say? I'm trying to find one because some of these are weird. It's like begin a sequel of sending and taking care of yourself. Begin to take care of yourself. Whatever pain you feel, take it in, wishing for all beings to be free of it. Whatever pleasure you feel, send it out to others. In this way, our personal problems and delights become a stepping stone for understanding and suffering and happiness of all beings. You want to feel good? Send positive vibrations out. You want to be a better version of yourself? Send positive words of affirmation out to others. You have to be the light to other people. You have to be. It's okay to be selfish because being selfish means that you're taking care of yourself, right? But at the same time, you have to give away. You have to love on other people. You have to help people that are in need. But before you can do that, you got to help yourself, okay? I'm not going to stay on here too long with y'all today because I have a whole day ahead of me that is going to be filled with love and positivity and abundance and gratitude. And you may be saying, well, how do you know that? Because I am summoning that from the universe. I am telling the universe that I am going to have a good day. I'm telling the universe that abundance is coming my way. I'm telling the universe that love is in the making for me today. Like I'm going to have an amazing day. So I need you to summon the universe as well so that you can have a great day, so that your day can be filled with positivity, love, and light. And if you're not asking for that, then you're asking for darkness, and I don't want to hang out with you because I don't want no darkness in my life. So y'all have a great day. Make sure that you are spending time with yourself. Make sure that you're being positive. And just make sure that you are elevating your thoughts so that you can be the best version of yourself. Ladies, I'm talking to you guys. Listen, it's a new season. We are coming out of quarantine. We are coming out of quarantine, which means that life is about to be turned up, meaning you about to be outside. A lot of y'all did not take care of yourselves during quarantine. A lot of y'all, quarantine was the perfect time to get yourself together. A lot of us gained weight, lost weight, gained weight. When I tell y'all I lost weight, gained weight, lost weight, shit, I just gained weight again. I was exercising last week and the week before that. This week I had a cheeseburger, probably 2 of them. I'm being honest. Y'all know I be telling the truth. I don't lie to y'all. So I need y'all to start taking care of yourself. I need y'all to definitely start preparing yourself for being that new version of yourself. And understand that a lot of y'all, many of you guys are single, and I want you to start normalizing healing. I need you guys to start normalizing healing and stop saying that, oh, I'm single, and I'm good. I don't want a man. I'm happy single. It's happy to be single. Like single is not a bad thing. I'm single too, and I'm enjoying my single life. But as a single woman, let me just tell you one thing about me. There are certain things about myself that I do not just do when I have a man in my life. I take care of myself every single day. I'm not going to say, oh, well, I ain't get a pedicure because ain't nobody see my feet. You see your feet. You see your feet. You see your skin. Take care of yourself, sis. Because when you stay ready, you ain't never got to get ready. When you are constantly taking care of yourself, you never have to say, oh my God, I can't go on a date. I got all this hair on my legs and I'm just, I haven't taken care of myself. So I can't do this and I can't do that. You got to stay ready, sis. You got to stay ready. You have to stay ready so you don't ever have to get ready. That means exfoliating your skin. You hear me? That means putting oils on your body. When you take care of yourself, you feel better. And if you, listen, Cool Breeze 44, let me tell you something about that. If I'm in a relationship with somebody and they are hindering my ability to take care of myself, then I'm gonna need to not be in that relationship. I need to be in relationships with people that help, that we come together and make ourselves better. Because I'm already gonna come to you better. I'm gonna already come to you in a good version of myself. So I'm saying all this to say, ladies, and men too, that absolutely, hair, nails, hips, heels, yes sis, all that. Surround yourself with beautiful things so that you feel beautiful. Beautify your home. Get a plant. Get a candle. Get some oils. Get some scrubs. Make your house smell good. You need to be in a space where you are vibrating positive energy at all times. And take care of myself and waiting for a lady. I am here with y'all. Absolutely, you have to take care of yourself. Taking care of yourself is very, very, very important. You hear me? You have to take care of yourself. You have to take care of yourself. You do not want somebody to... A lot of y'all say, well, I'm just waiting for somebody to come in my life and make me happy. Scratch that. You need to be the happiness in your own life. And whoever comes in your life is like an a la carte. Like, I already got my main course, and I might have, some other... I might want to add on some Brussels sprouts or add on some green beans. I might want to add on that macaroni and cheese. But this filet right here is my main course. I am my main course. I am my filet mignon. You hear me? So anybody that comes into my life is an added part of it. They are not the full, the full of nothing. I'm going to be full with myself. So that when I come into a man's life, that he's looking at me and saying, I love being around her. I love sitting and talking to her. I love sitting and being silent with her. I love walking on the beach with her. Because, see, that's what I'm manifesting. I don't need to be at your club. I don't need to be at your lounge. I done did all that. I don't want to go to the club. I'm not interested. I don't want to go to the lounge. We can have a cocktail at home. Let's go walk at the beach. Let's get a picnic basket. Let's go get a picnic basket and sit at the beach and have a conversation. Let's talk about life. Let's talk about how we're evolving in our businesses. Let's talk about how we're creating generational wealth for our children. Let's talk about traveling. Let's talk about that island over there in Bora Bora. Let's talk about going to Italy and France. Let's talk about going to Venice. Let's talk about going to Africa. Let's go see the giraffes. Let's go see the clear water. Let's go to places that we've never heard of, things that we can't even pronounce. Let's look at that menu and be confused about what it says together and try to figure out what they talk about. Let's go to a country that everybody speaks a foreign language and we are, trying to figure out what's going on here. That's what I'm looking for. Those are the experiences that I'm looking for in my life. So I'm not settling for nobody's son. You hear me? I'm not settling for nobody's son. I'm not settling for anything that is of my past. Everything of my past will stay back there. If it ain't newness, if it ain't growth, if it ain't something that I've never seen and embarked on in my life before, I don't want it. Do you hear me? If it ain't new, I don't want it. I don't want the old. I don't want the old. The old, I already know what to do with that. I already know what to do with it. It didn't work. It didn't work. And it's so easy to revert back to the old because that's a comfort zone. I am so easily converted back to that old shit. Easily, because it's comfortable. Somebody come in your life and they, I'm a Capricorn. Somebody comes in your life and they speaking something new and you like, ooh, you get stuck because it's not normal. It's not what you're used to. And then you get that person that comes in your life and they still got some of that old energy from that old dude that you got, you had that spark with, but it didn't work. And you like, well, maybe me and him could. No, sis, it's newness. You hear me? Newness and mindfulness. Be mindful of what you attract. You got to speak it. You got to think it. You got to evolve into it. So if I'm telling you that I want a dude that is going to spend days and nights with me on the beach talking in silence or talking and being silent, traveling, then that means that I have to put myself in that space here. I got to live there. I got to be there. I got to move, walk, evolve, exude that space. I got to be that. That's how you manifest. See, a lot of y'all don't believe in the power of manifestation. I manifested this life. If you knew me from my old life, this wasn't a life. I was a drug dealer's wife. 2 kids, house built, cars, drug money, the life for people who want that life. But it wasn't the life for me. And I never wanted it. I just lived it because I was a product of my environment. That was what was around me. That was what was comfortable. That's what the other girls were doing. But one day, a light bulb went off and said, this is not what you want. This is not the man that you want. You know, when you start looking at your partner and saying, I can't take you everywhere. You can't go where I'm trying to go. We can't sit at the same tables because you're not growing. And I'm constantly growing. I'm constantly watering my seed. I'm constantly watering my seed, my flower. I'm constantly growing and evolving and looking for new experiences and speaking positive words of affirmation to myself. I've been journaling since I was 8 years old, you know, about this life that I wanted, about nature. You know, I wanted to go somewhere different. And so, you know, embarking on this experience of now being 7 years of being in Los Angeles and literally living the life of my dreams. And when I say that, I mean that. I mean that. I mean that I'm literally living the life of my dream. I'm literally living it. I'm not a boaster, so there's certain things that I could talk about that I won't talk about because, you know, it's my work and things of that nature that I have embarked upon, that I spoke, you know, clients that I spoke about, that I would see on TV and be like, man, one day I'm gonna meet him, and one day I'm gonna have a shop, and one day I'm gonna live in LA, one day I'm gonna have a convertible, one day and one day and then one day, like today, I'm actually living it. That did not come from every day being a positive day. That came through me going through the dark. Not going around it. No. We didn't go around it. We didn't take the alley. No. We didn't take the alley route because I know how to go through them alleys. Sis from the streets. I know how to go through the alley. I know how to take them back roads. I know how to get off the main streets and find my way. But I took the main street. I went through the speed bumps and the lights and the stops and the traffic signs and the accidents and the police pulling me over and me being broken and me going through trauma and drama. And I made it. I actually made it. I'm here. And nobody can't take credit for that. Nobody can't take it away from me because I did it. I did it with my God. He aligned me and positioned me because I did the work. But I did the work, sis. I actually did the work. I started loving myself. And that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. I started to love myself. And when I began to love myself, I began to evolve. I went through it. I did not go around it. A lot of y'all stop your journey because as soon as something gets hard, you go get in a relationship and you want somebody to distract you from what you're supposed to go through. No, go through it. I did not date. I came to LA and literally didn't date for like 3.5 years. I didn't even let a man touch me. Maybe 4 years, actually. 4 years of me being here, I had no sex. No one touched me. No one called me. I did not put myself in any intimate relationships with no men at all. You hear me? No man. I did not have sex. I didn't do anything but focus on myself. How many times in your life have you just took a step back and focused on yourself? I had to go silent. I have lost myself so many times. I have lost myself so many times.
from being in relationships with people that were broken. For being in relationships with people who were broken and who were not on the same path as me. For trying to heal people who did not want to heal. For trying to save somebody's son. For thinking that I could change somebody. For thinking that if I love somebody the way that their mother didn't love them, or love them the way that they didn't get loved, that I could actually be that saving grace in somebody else's life. And every time I did that, I lost myself. I lost myself. I lost myself. Ladies, it's time to rise. A lot of us come from broken homes. A lot of us have so much healing to do. Childhood trauma, molestation, abandonment. Some of us were adopted. We don't even know who our parents are. Alcoholism, drug addiction, prostitution. You know, my strippers, judgment, no self-esteem. It's a lot. But you can heal. And you can't beat yourself up from the decisions that you made in the past, because you got to go back and look at your shadow and say, a lot of the times that you made those decisions is because that's what you had to do. When I was in abusive, disruptive, non-functional, if that is even a word, broken relationships, it was because I did not love myself. I did not think highly of myself. Being in a relationship with a man that can get mad at you and say, man, you fat. Don't nobody want your ass. What type of man is that? You can leave me if you want to. Ain't nobody gonna want your ass. Damn, look at me out LA, everybody wanting me and shit. When a man can tell you that you're not gonna make it without them, that actually means that they're not gonna make it without you. Remember that, sis. And listen, I'm not just talking to my women, because it's a lot of women who do this shit to men. So if it's a man on here, I'm talking to you too, bruh. Like, you gotta boss up. You gotta find your self-worth. You gotta start loving yourself. You gotta hug on yourself. You gotta understand that it's okay to have that masculine energy, but you gotta also get in touch with yourself. You gotta get in touch with yourself. You gotta let somebody love you. You gotta get healing. A lot of y'all don't wanna heal. A lot of y'all don't wanna heal because you think it makes you a soft guy. Well, I don't want a tough guy. I need you to be tough when you need to be tough, but I need you to be tender when I need you to be tender. I need you to be emotionally available, sir. Emotionally available, sir. A lot of y'all men are not emotionally available. You guys turn on and you turn off. You turn on and you turn off. You turn on and you turn off. I ain't got time for that shit. I'm always on. And when I turn off, it's because I'm following your energy. That can go for anybody. I'm going to follow your energy. You going to show me when to turn on and off, because I'm always on. I'm always vibrating love and light. So when you start getting that off part of me, it's because that's what you're bringing to the table. Absolutely. Listen, I will say this to you, Honda. You know, my journey of self-love was 7 years. I actually do love myself now. And, you know, back then, about 10, 15 years ago when I didn't, that was what has given me
the ability to come on here and be able to talk to other people about loving themselves. I feel so blessed and so grateful that I had a wake-up call in my life where I could understand the benefits and the meaning of self-love. A lot of people think that brushing your teeth and taking a bath and, buying yourself clothes is self-love. That's not self-love. That's not self-love. That's called self-care. That's not self-love, y'all. Please understand that there is a difference between self-love and self-care. They're not the same. Together they're amazing, but they're not the same. Self-love is when you have confidence, that you believe in yourself, that you know you can do it. That is self-love. Okay? Going to buy a new car and, I love myself. I just got me a new car. Girl, that's not self-love, baby. You bought that car to cover up the fact that you don't love yourself. How about that part? Now how about that? You got that house and that furniture to make people think that you love yourself. But you one of the most broken people out here because the only way you show up is with materialistic shit. That's a whole nother conversation. And we can go there today too. Okay, a lot of y'all show up, hair done, nails done, butt popping, titties out, dressed to the nines, smell good. Sis, that's not self-love. That's not self-love. You looking for somebody to love you. But that's not self-love. That's called self-care. When you love yourself, you are confident in yourself. When you love yourself, you're not looking for validation. See? People that don't love themselves always need to be validated. They always need to be validated. You don't see me? You don't see me? You don't see me? Huh? You don't hear me? Listen, y'all, I was at yesterday, y'all, I was at the pool at the hotel where I'm at. Listen, and I am 45 years old, y'all, okay? I'm 45, right? So a lot of shit I don't have time for. Shit get on my nerve, quick. So there were these little girls behind us at the pool, and the little girl just kept saying, she was so loud. Yeah, and I'm just, oh my God, and everything's everything, and like, yeah. And I'm just like, okay, little girl, what's going on with you? I'm in therapy mode. I'm a therapist, y'all. I'm just like, little girl, do I need to come back here and have a conversation with you? Because you're not loving yourself, baby. You have no confidence, sweetie. You want everybody here to hear you and see you. That's not love, sweetie. That's called see me, hear me, know that I'm here because I don't feel good about myself today. I have all this materialistic shit on and no one's looking at me. Then she had the nerve to say, I'm a trust fund baby. Trust fund babies don't work. Okay. Okay. So when you see people being loud and obnoxious and, they got to be on their phone and they got to be loud and everywhere they go, they got to, whoop, whoop, whoop. That's not self-love, baby. Baby, I could be whatever you want me to be, Big G Sabaj, so whoever you are, baby. Listen, you ain't going to change my energy. Love and light, peace and blessings. That's not self-love, y'all. That's not self-love. Self-love is when you can confidently walk into any room and know that your light is bright just because of you. That is self-love. You don't need to be validated for nothing. You could pull up in a hoopty or pull up in something nice and still feel good of what you walk out of. That is called self-love. So just know that there's a difference between self-love and a difference between self-care. Waking up in the morning time, brushing your teeth, making you breakfast, exercising, that is called self-care. That is caring for yourself. That's caring for yourself. But when you begin to love yourself, you make better decisions. You make better decisions. You evaluate who's in your life. You take time out. You give yourself time to breathe. You sit in silence. Because you know that in order for you to be the best version of yourself every single day, that it's going to take you to evolve to different levels of who you are. See, change
is a part of evolution. Watering your seed is a part of evolution. A lot of us, as I said before, we're not watering our own soil, so we're not growing. You have to grow. You have to grow. And I'm not saying that a person that is in a condition right now of not loving their self can't come from that. Any of us can come from that. I can remember when I didn't love myself. That's why I was in an abusive relationship. That's why I could allow someone to sit and hit me and disrespect me. When you're being disrespected, that means that you don't understand your self-worth. So, let me just be honest. So someone just now said, how do you start this routine? I'm going to tell you how I started. When I started my journey of self-love, well, first I didn't even know that I didn't love myself. I really thought that I loved myself because I had all the materialistic shit that anybody that I thought loved their self would have. You know what I'm saying? From the car to the house to the man to the jewelry to the trips to the children to, being able to go to any restaurant that I want to and buy whatever I want, walk into any store. You can't tell me I don't love myself. I got money. What you mean? I don't love myself. I got a man with money. What do you mean? We don't love ourselves? Y'all tripping. So I had to come out of that mindset. I had to realize that, no, I don't love myself, because when we close this door, we are arguing, we are fussing, we are fighting. I am being disrespected. Nobody's seen this bruise on my arm. Nobody knows what I'm going through in the dark. When I started allowing my dark to hit the light, when I stopped not being afraid to share my life experiences, when I stopped being ashamed of what I had been through in my life and start sharing my life with other people and not saying, oh, I hit my arm on the door. Nah, that motherfucker hit me. I'm unhappy. This is not a healthy relationship. I'm uncomfortable. I don't want to be in this relationship no more. When I started to look myself in the mirror and have real life conversations with myself, when I began to real life journal every single day, y'all, every single day, when you're journaling, like this notebook is my work notebook, but when you're constantly journaling and writing and really taking a look back at your shadow, sis, you got to look at your shadow. You got to look at your childhood trauma. Where did you come from? You got to look at that shit. You got to go back. It was so many things in my childhood that I did not want to respond to. And I say respond, y'all, because remember, reacting and responding is two different things. The joker that just now talked, whatever they just now said, I gave them a reaction because I don't like negativity, but I'm definitely grown so much that I'm a responder right now. So when you react, that's when you bust somebody in their mouth real quick because they talk that shit. But when you respond, you can take a real mindful. You got to use your mind and you got to say, you don't deserve my energy.
He ain't shit.
You don't deserve my energy.
He got 2 pounds.
Who?
He got 2 pounds. He ain't shit.
You don't deserve my energy, baby. You don't deserve my energy. Because it's vibrating so high, you want to fuck with me. When you start to understand who you are, you start to realize your self-worth. We go through this shit because you don't know who you are. You come from your childhood and you got somebody telling you, eat this, go here, do this, wear that, see this, do that. We don't like this, we don't like that. Just like discrimination, that's taught. You put Black, Chinese, all different types of kids in a classroom. You think they judging one another from the color of their skin or the origin of where they come from? Hell no. That is a taught behavior. That is taught. That's taught. You got to go back in your closet, under your bed, to all the hidden areas of your life where you've hidden your past and start pulling that shit out. Pull that shit out and take out everything that doesn't belong to you. Oh, my mother said that. That's not what I believe. Oh, my father was broken. That's the shit that he put on me. I don't believe that shit. Oh, that's what my grandmother told me. That's what she believed because she grew up in the 20s and that ain't what's happening in 2021. Let me remove that shit. That's how I started. When I started to look around and say, oh, everybody around me dates drug dealers. Everybody around me dates thugs. Everybody around me is going through an abusive relationship. I don't even want to be around y'all asses. I don't want to be around this. Everybody goes to the go-go. Everybody's doing this. Everybody's doing that. This is not what I want to do. And when my children's father went to jail, I have to be very honest with you guys. That was my way out. I stayed. Yes, I did. I stayed for the 12 years that he was incarcerated. I took my kids up there to see him. I visited him because I'm a real one. And I believe in friendship. And I believed in that. That's embedded in me. That man rode with me even though he was unhealthy. And I rode with him even though I was unhealthy. But when I began to grow and become healthy, I began to recognize that we had no place in each other's lives. We had no place in each other's lives. I thank you for those beautiful children that you gave me, but I can no longer love you because I'm no longer in love with you. I am now loving myself. And when I began to love myself, I began to become very adventurous in my life. I began to jump off cliffs. I began to say, scared money don't make none. I began to realize that, a closed mouth don't get fed. I believe that, if I jump off this building, that God got wings set already for me to fly. So I did shit that I would have never done when I was with him. I did shit like go on Craigslist and meet people and do things, go to New York. One of my first opportunities was go to New York. In 2007, I took the train to New York for Fashion Week. I had no jobs. I didn't have no jobs at Fashion Week, y'all. When I tell you I had no gigs, I just knew that everybody was getting gigs at Fashion Week, and I wanted to do Fashion Week, and I was a manicurist, and I thought I was bomb, and I thought that I deserved to be there, but nobody was calling my phone. So I took the train. Matter of fact, sis lying, I ain't take the train. I took the fucking megabus. The megabus from Union Station in DC. I took the megabus to New York, and I stood out front of Fashion Week. I said, when you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. When I tell y'all I stood my ass out in front of Fashion Week, and I believed that somebody was going to see me and get me in. And on God as my witness, I saw somebody. And she said, what are you doing here? And I said, I was just seeing what was going on and, trying to make small talk with her. And she was like, don't move, just stay right here. You got your supplies with you? Man, sis had a whole bag. I had a whole bag with me. A whole bag full of nail shit. In New York, I live in DC. Why am I in New York? Because I'm on assignment. Sis come back and say, I got 2 gigs for you. Hold up real quick because I'm going to have to give you my badge. I'm going to walk in and then I'm going to slide you my bags real quick to get you in. I'm a whole gangster and hustler. Y'all don't know me for real. Listen, I'm going to get that shit done. I get my ass in Fashion Week. I'd never been to Fashion Week before. I see everybody, man. Everybody in there, they working. It's a vibe. And I'm saying to myself, I deserve. You hear me when I said earlier, I said, I'm telling the universe what I want today. I'm going to have a good day. Abundance is coming to me today. You hear me? My bills will be paid. God will continue to keep me covered. I speak that over my life every day. That didn't just start today. That shit been going on forever. So I get into Fashion Week, y'all, and this is a whole story. It's going to be in my book, but I'm going to tell y'all real quick. So I get into Fashion Week, and I get Vivian Westwood. I get Tommy Hilfiger. Vivian Westwood, and I get what's the one who committed suicide?
Amy Martin.
No, the girl. Damn, I can't even remember this. Was it Kate Spade? Somebody else. She get me on these gigs, y'all. I do the jobs. I'd never been to Fashion Week, so I didn't even know how this worked. Man, I get in there. I'm under the table doing the model's nails. Like, don't tell me that I'm not going to get called back. Somebody's going to see me. I'm under the table. I'm doing nails. I'm doing pedicures. I'm putting the polish on. Y'all, see me. See me, because I'm a light. See me. See me. I'm hungry. I'm starving. See me. Listen, at the end of the night, we done. Now, I miss my bus. I miss my bus. So I don't even know where I'm about to go. I'm not telling nobody what's going on with me. I'm just like, shit, if anything, I'm about to go sit at the bus station. And even if it's until 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, I'll just wait there until the next bus comes and I'll go home. Now, I'm about to tell y'all how powerful my God is. The woman who took me there, her name was Macy Dunbar, who got me in. At this point, I meet another manicurist named Meredith. And I'm dropping names because let me tell you one thing about me in real life. I'm going to always give flowers. I'm going to always humble myself for anybody that helped me along my path. Those 2 women, Meredith and Macy, don't even understand what they did for my life at that time. So I see Meredith, and Meredith is from New York. And Meredith says, are you working tomorrow? Well, no, I'm not working tomorrow because my ass wasn't even supposed to work today. How about that? She said, where are you staying? Well, no damn well, because I'm supposed to be back on the mega bus taking my ass back to DC. Now, I ain't saying none of this. I'm just like, I haven't even decided yet. I haven't decided if I wanted to get a hotel, if I was going to go back home. I'm really not sure what I'm going to do. She said, well, I have about 10 shows tomorrow. If you don't mind, you can stay at my house. Now, I don't know her from a can of paint. I don't know the can. And I damn sure don't know what color the paint is. But yeah, let's go. I'm coming. I go to your house. She lived in a brownstone in Brooklyn. We get on a train. I go to Brooklyn with her. I stay at this woman's house. Let me just tell y'all something real quick. This is how my career started as a manicurist, as a celebrity manicurist. I go to this woman's house. She tells me, we get close in those few days. She says, listen, I'm tired. I've been doing this for like 20 something years and I am exhausted mentally, physically, and spiritually. I got kids. I got stuff going on with my children and I need a break. I'm going to get you into these shows tomorrow, which was literally already tomorrow because it's in the middle of the night. Y'all, I don't even got clothes with me. Did y'all forget that I was on the bus? I don't have no clothes, okay? I don't have no clothes. But what I do got, I got a panties and a bra in my bag. Sis, stay ready. You ain't never got to get ready. As a woman, I keep a pair of panties and a bra in the trunk of my car and in my bag at all times. I never know what I have to do. I don't know what's going to happen. I got essentials. I got lotion with me. I got mouthwash with me. I got a little travel size toothbrush with me. Sis ready. Sis ready. Sis ready. I go to this woman's house. She said, look, don't worry about tomorrow. I got on jeans, black jeans, so my jeans is good. So I took a shower at her house, changed my undergarments. She had a t-shirt for me because the next day, the shows that I was doing, I just needed a t-shirt that she had for the jobs. Boom, go to Fashion Week the next day. Now, y'all, the next day, sis got a badge with her name on it. What are y'all talking about? I got badges with my name on it. By this time, so I still have these badges, y'all. I've collected all my badges from Fashion Week that I've ever done. I got a badge with my name on it. Can I just tell y'all what I was reading during this season of my life? What was in my book bag? The Secret. I was reading The Secret. That book was in my bag. I had been reading The Secret for so long that I had learned how to manifest any and everything that I wanted out of this life. I get to this second day journey of Fashion Week. And I'm moving through Fashion Week like that was my shit. Because I told myself when I walk in the room, everybody is going to see me. I'm going to illuminate that space. Why? Because I believe in my skill, 1. 2, I believe that God planted me here. 3, I know what I've read and it said that I can have all things if I believe. Day 2. Long day. We're working till like 10, 11 o'clock at night. I had never met so many amazing people. I had never manifested so much in 2 days in my life. I had never believed in myself so much like I did at that moment in my life. So day 2, we finished that day. We go back to her house and she says to me, can you stay here for the next 2 weeks? Now, mind you, I got 2 kids. At that time, I had a 6-year-old and a 9-year-old. And a mother who has a mindset of, work your government job, get your 401k, go to job. That's not your daughter. I'm not a 401k, 9 to 5. And I'm not taking from anybody that does do that. That's just not what God put in me. Like, that's my mom, and at 70 years old, my mom is set. My mom got her money. My mom can live her life. My mom is retired. Like, I got to work harder because ain't no retirement in my work path. You know what I'm saying? So I got to get out here and hustle and get mine. So I'm just saying, I'm just trying to make it clear to you guys that I'm not saying to anyone that does have a 9 to 5 job that that's a problem. I'm just saying that that's just not me. So now I got to have this uncomfortable conversation with my mother because, granted, y'all, my mother wasn't with none of this shit that I was doing. So I call her and tell her about this opportunity. My mother's like, you're crazy. What are you doing? That's not going to work. How could you go up there and leave your kids? What type of mother are you? This is ridiculous. These are not my children. Blah, 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 blah. By that time, I'm like, she sound like Charlie Brown teacher. Wonk, wonk, the fuck wonk. I ain't listen to none of that shit you talking about. You about to watch these goddamn kids because God is talking to me. And girl, I will deal with you when I get home because, yeah, that's what sis did. Yeah, I did that. She gave me that day to go back home. Then the 3rd day, I went back home. Caught the bus back home, got me some clothes, and brought my ass back up New York. And I stayed in New York for 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, I did 3 covers of 3 different magazines. In 2 weeks, I got an agent. In 2 weeks, I became a manicurist for Essence magazine. In 2 fucking weeks, I changed my life. In 2 weeks, do you hear me? In 2 weeks, I boosted, evolved, became relevant in the industry, became everything that I wanted to be in 2 weeks. You know why? Because I jumped out the window and I believed that I had wings. I believed that I had wings. Do you understand what I'm saying to y'all? I believed when everybody else around me told me I couldn't. You can't. You won't. It's not possible. How? Don't ask me how. Ask me why. I don't believe in hows. I believe in whys. Don't ask me how I do it. I'm going to tell you why I do it. A how don't matter to me. It's about the why. Why do I do it? Because I want to win. Why do I do it? Because I know who I am. Why do I do it? Because I got 2 fucking kids that I need to feed. They got a father that's locked up. Why do I do it? Because I want to change my life. Why do I do it? Because I want to inspire. Why do I do it? Because I aspire to be better than who I was yesterday. That's why. Don't ask me how. Because how is up to him. The why is in me. You hear me? The why is in me. The how is in him. I don't need to tell you how. I'm going to show you why. I'm going to show you why. When I tell you that every fucking thing in my life that I have evolved around and into was when I jumped. The next opportunity was minks. I don't know if y'all know about minks nails. If y'all ever knew about the gold and the silver platform nails. I was the first manicurist. The first. Myself and Naja Rickett. A lot of y'all know Naja because Naja was living in LA at the time. So she had Lady Gaga. She had all the celebrities. Mary J. Blige. Like, Naja was the shit. But I was the shit too. But I was the shit in the dark. Let me tell you why I was the shit in the dark. Because I was in DC. I didn't have a celebrity. I literally had just started my nail career. I literally had just did Fashion Week for the first time. I literally just was embarking on this spiritual journey that God had put me on. I just started to love myself. I just started to see my self-worth. I just started to illuminate. But let me tell you what God did with that one. I was working at a nail salon on Wisconsin Avenue in DC called Serenity Day Spa. Got that job because I needed a little side hustle. A woman came in with an envelope. Well, God is my witness. A woman came in there with an envelope. And she went to the manager and she said, we have this new product. Let me show it to you. Look at this. It's called Mink's Nails. Look at this. Look at these nails. Look at this. It's gold foil. It's so beautiful. It shines. It's sparkly. And I'm looking for my nail table doing the lady nails. I'm like, why she don't bring that shit over here? I'm the manicurist. Let me see. The manager was like, oh, no. Now, this was one of those high-end spas, like Elizabeth Arden or the Ritz Hotel or the Mandarin Orange. It was one of those very high, in hotels where this wasn't a hotel, but this was a, hi, boo. What's up, Roland? So this was one of those high-end, spas. Yes, you did come up there and take me to lunch before. Yes. Yeah, that's my homie. So they were not interested because they didn't know about fashion. Well, little old me sitting over here just coming back from Fashion Week, and I'm like, shit, what's that? That's popping. She took it, the whole notebook, and threw it in the trash. She took the whole notebook and threw it in the trash, y'all. And guess what sis did? I watched that trash can all day. I watched that trash can all day, y'all. And I said, God, am I a thief if I take that out the trash? Or did you put that in the trash in front of me because you want me to take it out?
It's treasure. Yeah, he turned it right in the treasure.
I looked at that trash can all day, y'all, and I kept saying, am I stealing if I go in here and take this out this trash can? Am I stealing from this job if somebody see me steal this out this trash can? Because I'm taking that shit. I'm taking that shit out the trash. I don't give a fuck. I'm taking that shit out the trash. I gotta change my life. I'm taking that shit out the trash. These women don't know. I don't come from up this side of town. I don't come from uptown. I come from the other side of town. I come from the other side of the town. I come from Southeast. This ain't happening on my side of town. I'm not gonna embark upon a woman in here with a notebook. That we don't have spas like this on the side of town where I live. And I'm up here because I know I got purpose. I know God got something for my life. I'm taking that shit out the trash. I took that shit out the trash. And I snuck that shit in my bag. I swear I did. I stole that shit. And I went in the bathroom. And I opened it. And I read all the information that was in there. And it was 2 women's name on there, Janice and Dawn. Mink's Nails. And I went home and I took that foil and I tried to put that shit on my nails and I couldn't. I was like, damn, I can't do this. I don't know what the fuck is this shit. Like, how do you take this shit? It kept messing up. I was like, shit, I don't even know what to do with this shit. And I remember what my father told me. Now, my father ain't told me much, y'all. My father was on drugs my whole life, And so when he did come around, my dad was the guy. He was that dude. Orange Cadillac, Eldorado, convertible, white wall. My father was that guy. My father was that guy. He was that guy. Yeah, he had an addiction, but I could see past the addiction. I seen a spirit. I seen a soul. I seen something. We were one of the same, And my father said, a closed mouth don't get fed. And that's what just kept going through my mind. A closed mouth don't get fed. So that means that I gotta speak, I gotta ask, I gotta tell you what I want, I gotta go get what I want, I gotta grab it, I gotta take it, I gotta be a shaker, I gotta be a mover. I can't wait for nobody to come and feed me. I gotta go get my own food. Now, mind y'all, my kid's father was incarcerated. So I don't have a man in my life at this time to help me. I don't got nobody to call to say, I got a flat tire, can you come? You know, I had a ton of homies, Roland being one of them, that I could call and say, listen, help me, I need you. I had dudes around me that could help me, but I ain't never been that chick to ask nobody to do shit for me. I'm still not that chick. I'm still not her. I'd rather figure it out on my own, and if I really need help, I'll ask for it. But in the midst of all of that, I'm going to figure it out. Let me tell y'all what I did. I sent an email to those women. I sent an email to those women, and I told them that I was a manicurist who owned a nail salon on Capitol Hill in D.C. Y'all, this story is real, on God. This is a real story. And anybody that know me know that this is a real story. I called these women and told them that I was a manicurist. I had a salon, that I, wanted to have a conversation with them. I was very interested in their product, and I wanted to find out more about it and how could we, meet up and have a conversation, not knowing that these women are in California. I didn't even tell y'all that part. Now, the woman who brought the package up to the school, up to the spa, was a professor at GW, which is a college, okay, a university. She was one of their really good friends, but she was a professor that was literally just doing them a favor by going into high-end spas and trying to pitch their product because she ran the business department at GW, okay? Now listen to this, y'all. When I email them, they immediately say, how can we contact you via phone? I'm like, shit, I don't know what type of questions they about to ask me. God damn it, don't nobody want to talk on the phone. Just email me. Shit, we can do that via email. I don't even know what they about to say. I'm lying like shit. We never have the phone call. I get an email back, and guess what they say? We will be in DC in a week, and we would love to have lunch with you. Now that's worse. That was worse. Now they want to eat with me and go to do whatever. I don't know. Oh my God. I am like dying at this point, y'all. But remember what I told y'all earlier. I don't run from nothing. I run towards it. Run? That's not in my DNA. I'm going to walk slow, but I'm coming. So guess what I did? I said, meet me on 7th and D Street Southeast on Pennsylvania Avenue, Eastern Market area. That's where my salon is. Now pause right there. Sis don't have a salon right there. Did you hear what I said? Sis don't have a salon right there. I'm going to keep going. The time comes. Now, mind you also, y'all, I got cornrows in my hair all back. All right? So I'm feeling a little self-conscious about that because once I did a little research, I found out that they were 2 white women from California. And so I'm feeling like, am I not enough? Now, remember I told you, I'm just embarking on this self-love journey of my life. So I'm not completely loving myself. So I'm still very much so self-conscious of myself. And now I'm jumping out into areas of life that I have never embarked upon, like sitting at the table with 2 white women and talking about business. I had never done that before. So I'm looking at myself and saying, they're not going to like me. They're not going to like me because of what I look like, meaning my braids in my hair. And, I'm being open and honest with y'all because I know a lot of y'all have or are struggling in that area of your life right now. Okay, so here we go. We are on 7th and D Street Southeast. If anybody knows anything about Eastern Market area, there is a Starbucks on the corner of 7th and D Street by Eastern Market train. That's where I told them to meet me, on Pennsylvania Avenue. So I am sitting at the table, y'all. If y'all know anything about people in DC, all we wear is black. We wear black, 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 the fuck black. So I got on some black pants and a black suit jacket and a black shirt. I'm dressed up. We on Capitol Hills. That's what we do. We dress up. Everybody works for the government. You know what I'm saying? So my first initial thing was to dress up and look presentable. You know, some nice slacks. I had on some heels, my purse. I had my computer bag. Now let's get to the story. I got my laptop up. I'm ready because y'all know what? I come from a family of hustlers and gangsters. So I know how to be a chameleon. I know how to get what I want. I got a whole Dell computer laptop that got water damage to it. It don't work. You hear what I said? The computer does not work. My son has spilt water on the computer, so it don't shut on. I don't have a battery in it. There is no activity happening on that computer. Okay? It's a prop. All right? Oh. Y'all, I got my computer set up, y'all. There's no activity. The computer does not work. But I see them walking up. I see them walking up, y'all. I see them walking up. And I'm getting nervous because I don't know how I'm supposed to talk to these women or what they're going to ask me or anything. So I see these women walking up and I pretend like I'm working. Let's go. Oh my God, we're on Capitol Hill. I'm doing my work. I got my notebook and my pen. Oh my God, I'm working. I see them walking up. Oh my God, I'm not going to be rude. Why would I keep my computer out? I'm going to close my fucking computer and put it back in the bag. Let's go. Yeah, when I tell you, y'all, I'm not playing out here in these streets. I was serious as shit. You hear me? Sis was hungry. They sat down. Hi, I'm Janice. Hi, I'm Dawn. I'm like, good morning, ladies. I'm Natasha. I'm so nice to meet you guys. I feel so, oh my God, elated that you guys would even take the time to come and meet me. Like, oh my God, I took over the conversation. Let me tell y'all what my first job was. My first job in life was Time Life Entertainment, where I learned how to sell to a motherfucking, to whoever. You answer your phone, you about to get this Time Life book. And what I learned in that was to take control of the conversation. Don't let the conversation take control of you. So let's get this conversation off of me so y'all can just go ahead and tell me about y'all. So they're like, yeah, I'm Dawn, I'm Janice. You know, I've been a hairstylist for 25 years, blah, blah, blah. They just, giving me a lot of information about who they are. So in this time that they're giving me their information, I'm building up my story about myself so that I can let go of some of the anxiety that was happening inside of me. Because if they would have sat down and went straight to me, I would have flopped. So I just kept talking and saying, oh my God, so how's the weather in California? And how did you guys come up with such a fantastic product? And, where could I fit in? What exactly are you looking for from a manicurist? Like, especially with me here in DC. And the story, goes on and we're talking. And so they said, listen, what's your availability? I'm like, bitch, I'm available every day. What y'all trying to do? What y'all trying to do? I'm available right here and right now. What can I do for you? They said, we would really love for you to fly out to California. I'm like, I ain't got no money to go no goddamn California. Where I'm going to stay? Who going to pay for the hotel? Oh my God, who is going to take care of these kids? My mother is going to say I'm crazy again. They said, when could you come out to California and come to our distribution center, our warehouse, so that we can really sit down and show you how the product works? Now, to me, I come from a mindset is, I don't believe this shit until I see it. All this shit is a lie. When you come from Southeast DC, everybody lies. Everybody's a liar. Nobody tells the truth. It's all bullshit. Okay? So So I'm like, they just lying like shit, filling me up with all this fluff. This is some bullshit. Listen to me, y'all. A week later, I get an email with an itinerary asking me, do any of these dates and times work for you? We have all of your accommodations ready to go. We would love for you to come and stay with us for a week in Los Angeles. We didn't come to Los Angeles. We went to Oceanside. We would love for you to come to Oceanside to come to the distribution center to see how Minx works. Okay. I go home. And this is the crazy part about life, y'all. I go home and I'm trying to figure out, how do I explain this story to my mother? I need her. I got 2 kids, a baby father locked up. How do I explain this story to a person who doesn't understand the way that I operate? How do I get my mother on board with my reality, with the way that I move, the way that I juggle life, the way that I choose to live? How do I get her, this government worker that sees things in one way, black and white, to see that there are gold and green and flowers and trees? And I'm an artist, so I see creatively. I don't see straight. I see, this is how I see. How do I get my mom to get on board with me and to support what I'm about to go walk into? And I couldn't get my mother to see. I couldn't get my mother to get on board. I couldn't get my mother to give me well wishes or positivity from the way that I was living and choosing to be in my life. I couldn't. But guess what I learned very early on in my experiences of how God was driving me to my evolution? That there are going to be people in your life that are not going to understand you. There are people that are going to be in your life that are going to tell you it's not going to work. You can't do it. How? Why? What are you going to do? That doesn't make them bad people. That just makes them people that don't understand what God got for you. You hear me? Just because they don't understand don't mean they bad people. They just don't understand the path that God has for you. And a lot of y'all are going to probably think some kind of way about me when I tell y'all what I'm about to tell y'all. But I really don't care, because I don't. My mother told me, basically she wasn't going to watch my kids. Basically, if I went, that we were through, that I don't know these women. How would I get on a plane to go to California? My children's father's in jail. If something happened to me, that means that they don't have a parent and I'm being selfish and this is some bullshit and these kids got to get to school in the morning. I'm looking at her and I'm like, Ma, you could do this. You put my kids on the bus in the morning. The kids get off the bus. They come home. What do you mean? Yeah, I left. I left her. I left them kids. I talked to my kids. My kids was like, go, mommy, go. Mommy, you going to California? Go, mommy. Oh, my God. My kids were excited for me. They were little, but they was excited. I could always talk to them little people. Those are my little humans. I was always able to talk to them and cry on their little shoulders and get them to understand that anything that they wanted to do, that I would believe in it and that I was supported and that I was a creative just like them. And if they didn't want to get a government job and they wanted to go hike for 20 years and find their way, that I was going to support that shit. But mommy got to go real quick. And I know daddy locked up, but mommy love you. And I'm going to bring y'all something back. I promise y'all. I'm going to bring y'all back my dream. I'm going to bring that shit back. I'm going to bring that shit back. Yo, I got on that fucking plane, y'all. I got on that plane and I came to California. And these women changed my life. These women changed my life. These women put me in a position to be everything that I wanted to be as a manicurist, meaning that they gave me a stepping stone and I ran with it. You hear me? I ran with it. Do y'all understand that within a few months of me going to California, that I opened up a shop on 7th and D Street Southeast across the street from Eastern Market subway station? Do you understand that the day that I spoke on Capitol Hill at that Starbucks and lied and told these women that I had a shop there, that I planted a seed? Y'all not getting what the fuck I'm telling y'all right now? Do you understand what I'm saying? I did not have no shop on Capitol Hill. I did not have a shop on Capitol Hill, y'all. I spoke it into existence. I opened a shop on 7th and D Street Southeast, right on Capitol Hill, by the Popeyes, by the Radio Shack, across the street from the train station. The exact place I was at Starbucks, lying with a computer that didn't work, telling a woman that I had a shop there. But I could not take them into my shop because it was under construction. God will do all things if you believe. God will do all things if you believe. Sitting here telling these stories right now, y'all, I swear to God, it's making me really, really get motivated right now, y'all, because I lose track sometimes of the shit that God took me through. I lose track sometimes of the things that God has delivered me from. I lose track sometimes of knowing how magnificent and glorifying God really is. I lose track sometimes of how empowering he has been in my life. I lose track sometimes of really understanding how I got where I am right now today. I lose track sometimes knowing what he pulled me out of. I lose track sometimes knowing that I was broken. I lose track. I lose track. I do. I lose track. I ain't never want to come on the internet, y'all. I ain't never care about this internet shit. I don't mind not nobody knowing me. That don't bother me. I'm good. I'm good because I travel light. I travel light and I travel light. I travel bright. I know what God has on my life. I know that I can have all things if I believe. I know that I'm powerful. I know that I am a manifester. I know that my life is God-powered. I know that I don't need nobody to sit next to me to validate where I'm going. I know that where I go and how I show up is all God-powered. I don't need the validation. I don't need the validation. I am the validation. He is the validator. Oh my God. Y'all just don't know. I was not coming on live to talk about any of this morning. Seriously, I wanted to burn my Palo Santo, do my little thing, and then I was about to be off of here with y'all. But y'all, thank you. You just reminded me of who I am. You just reminded me to go harder. You just reminded me to stop and take a look at all the things that he's done for me. You just reminded me is why I'm sitting in this hotel today. You just reminded me of why I took a reset. You just reminded me that this house that I've been looking for to bring to fruition with my mom, that I've been having so much anxiety about, that God already has found it for me. You just reminded me that everything that's happening in my life right now is a part of the story. You just reminded me. You don't even know that you did. You don't even know that you did that. I hope that y'all can take parts of that and understand that if you believe, you can have anything. I did not fabricate one line, one word. Everything that I just now told you guys was real. It was real. It was real. Real. And I ain't even tell y'all about the story of me coming to LA. I didn't even talk about that. That was another jump. That was another jump. When you wake up in the morning and you hear God say, go. And it ain't nobody in the house but you. but you hear go, and there's no one in the house but you, and you go outside and you going to catch the train to Tyson's Corner because you crashed your car. You're not driving for the first time in your life. From 15, I had a car at 15 and I'm 45. I've always had a car. I've never not had a car. But God said, I'm going to take your wheels from you because I need you to pay attention. I will remove things from you so you can hear me. He took my car. I had no car. So guess what that made me do? That made me look at everything around me. That made me look at the trees. It made me look at the butterflies. It made me smell the flowers. I left my house that day and I seen a car that had tags that said California. Now, if you from where I'm from, I ain't never in my life in D.C. seen a car with tags that said California on them. Especially not in Southeast off of Minnesota Avenue. I have never in my life seen a car in D.C. that said California tags. On God. Ever. I didn't even know what California tags look like. I know I wanted to go to California. I knew what the tags looked like when I came to California with Minx. But living in D.C., I've never in my life seen a car with tags that said California on it. When I seen that car, I said, you're talking to me and I'm listening. Do you understand that within a month, I planned a move with no money, no job, nowhere to live? I packed my whole house up and put it in storage. And this is a quick version of the story because it's real deep, but it's in my book. I put everything in storage. And I drove to LA. I drove here. I didn't know where I was going. I didn't know what the hell I was going to do when I got here. But let me tell you another part of the story. I had to go. Let me just give y'all this part of the story. And then I'm getting off here because I'm getting hungry and I need some coffee. I had to go back to my mother again. Do you see how God just kept bringing me back to her? He kept bringing me back to her. Guess what? I realized who she was. I always wanted to make my mother happy. I always wanted my mother to look at me and be proud of me. I never made decisions that my mother wanted me to make. Never. My mother told me to go left, I went right. I just didn't listen to what she wanted me to do because I felt like that was what was for her life. And I didn't want her life. She didn't have a bad life. I think my mother had an amazing life. My mother has traveled the world. My mother has always had stability. My mom has always. We've never, even though I'm from DC, I never lived in the projects. I always lived in a nice home. We always had. I never did without. My mother is one of the most bougie women I've ever met in my life. You know what I'm saying? We was eating at nice restaurants from little kids. I always had. I went to the hood because I liked the hood. I didn't never live in the hood, but I went there. That's just what it is. I went there because that's where the fun was. I didn't want to be in a fucking suburban Maryland or suburban parts of DC. That shit wasn't fun. I wanted to be outside till the street lights came on. I wanted to be in the city. So I say all this to say because my mother couldn't understand who I was. Well, don't get what a street do, then you won't have kids with streets in them. How about that? That's why y'all got to choose. If you want your kids to be just like you, you got to be careful what type of man you get with, There was so much of my dad in me. My damn feathers are going everywhere. There's so much of my father that was in me, that jump, that hustle, that my mom is go to work, come home, cook dinner. That wasn't me. That wasn't me. I cooked dinner and did all that for my kids, but I was a hustler. And so, here we go again. Your daughter's coming at you one more time with this bullshit. Now, don't get it twisted. My mother saw how all those opportunities changed my life. But one thing that my mother didn't get is my mother didn't understand the power of manifestation. My mother didn't understand that. My mother did not understand it. She don't know about it. I don't know if she believed it or didn't believe it, but she just wasn't into it. Like, if I talked to her about it, she didn't want to hear it. It just was like, girl, I hear you. Okay, whatever. Here you go with one. That shit again. So here we go again. I am now embarking on moving to Los Angeles. Now, I have been telling my mom that for years, and my mom is like, okay, whatever. I don't know how you're gonna do it. Once again, how you gonna do it? And let me tell y'all what I did real quick, because my iPad is gonna die. So real quick, with that particular scenario, I told y'all I was working for Essence Magazine, so I have a ton of covers that I've done for Essence Magazine. Traveled with Essence Magazine, did nails for Essence Magazine for years. And so I got a gig with Steve Harvey and his wife to go to their home in upstate New York to do their nails for Essence. Well, I wasn't going to New York. I was going to LA. But my mother thought I was going to New York. So I told my mom, hey, I'm going to New York to do this job for Essence, and I'm going to need you to keep the kids. And my mom was like, okay, well, when you be back, I said, I got to go there for a week. So I'm going to just go ahead and bring a lot of their stuff over there because it's the end of the school year. You know what I'm saying? I knew what I was doing, y'all. I would be lying. My mother know the truth now, but at this point she didn't. So I take, bags of shit for the kids, like all they shit, all they little tennis shoes, their clothes. My mother like, why you bringing all this shit over here? They don't need this much shit for a week. I'm like, Mom, they don't know what they want to wear. The temperature might change. It might get a little chilly out. They might, go ahead and take all this shit. Girl, my ass get in my car and I drive to LA. I leave DC on a Friday. I got to LA on Sunday. Called my mother on Wednesday. And called my son first. Called Santana first. And I said, Santana, mommy love you, asking him what was going on and just talking to him. And he was like, Mom, you sound weird. What's going on with you? Like, you sound really weird. When are you coming to get us? And that hurt me. Because I was so connected to my children that my son knew that there was something going on with me and that I was lying about something. But to make a long story short, when I told my mother started yelling and screaming and going berserk on the phone. Like berserk. You hear me? Like berserk on the phone. This is like April. Okay? This is April, the end of April. Kids don't get out of school till June. So my mother's yelling and screaming. She probably had foam coming out her mouth. She was so mad at me. You know how you get the foam on the side of your mouth when you mad as shit? Sis had foam coming out the side of her mouth. I know she did. She was so pissed off at me. But I could not give her that energy. I knew God was changing my life. I knew it. And I wasn't going to let anything come between that. I knew my kids were safe. I knew that my mother just did not understand who I was and what I needed to do to change my life. And so I said, Mom, I hear you. You don't understand me. I hear you, but I gotta go. And I literally, y'all, this is gonna sound so bad to all of y'all listening to me, and I don't even care. I blocked her. I had to block her. When I tell you that in life, one of the most important things that you have to do is you have to protect your energy. You have to protect your energy. I wasn't doing anything wrong to anybody. I needed to change. If I did not do that, I would still be in DC doing the same shit that I was doing. She didn't get me. I needed her help. And I was not going to allow her not to help me. So I took her help. I took it. I had to. Here comes, I'm talking. So then, I didn't never block my kids. So my kids would talk to me on the phone regularly. And then, y'all, I told my mother, I said, listen, I'll be for the kids in June. When I tell y'all June 1, my mother had 2 tickets in her email for my kids to fly out here. When I tell y'all, that is the moment in life where I gained respect from my mother. When my mother had to look me in my eyes and say, bitch, you did that. You did that. You did that. Although she came to my house and me and my kids, when she flew to California to see us, I was living on an air mattress. 3 of them, matter of fact, all of us had air mattresses. I had no furniture, just the clothes. And we went and got stuff from like the thrift store until like a TV and shit like that, until I was able to get my furniture shipped from DC to LA. Because that was $5,000 that I had to make while I was here. I moved in a prestigious area, which is the 3rd Street corridor across the street from the Grove. So I made sure that I lived in a beautiful community where my kids were safe, where my kids could now embark on a new life, you know? And I'm telling y'all this story because it's somebody sitting out there ready to make a move. It's somebody out there ready to change their life. And somebody is asking you, how? Stop focusing on the how, baby, and focus on the why. And pack your pockets with God's light. You hear me? Pack your pockets with the light. To remove anything that you are carrying with you that doesn't serve any purpose. Travel light, y'all. Travel light. Travel light. Travel light, and know that if you believe, you can have anything. Y'all, I'm about to get up off of here. I hope that y'all had a good time with me today, because y'all really did something for me today. Y'all made me go back in places and spaces in my life that I forgot about. Y'all made me go back into a time where I struggled. Y'all made me go back and remember who the fuck I was this morning. I'm out, y'all. I love y'all. I'm out. Wow. I needed that.